Hello, first graders. I'm a first grade teacher at Ben Franklin. My name is Miss Baker, and I'm going to be describing one of my favorite poems of all time. It's called A Shape Poem. So in your packets that you got from school, you should have a white piece of paper packet that says Shape Poems at the very top of it. And on that very front page is a page that's called the Brainstorming page. And it's going to tell you what the topic of your poem will be about, what the shape is that you're going to be outlining, and then it's going to tell you to think of some words and think of some phrases to write about that shape. The shape I'm going to model for you today isn't in your packet, so you can get fresh ideas for the shape that you're starting off with today. And my poem is going to be about an old tree. So the poem page looks like this. It says the old tree. On the back, I've got an outline of a tree, and I'm going to use that to help me make the shape of my poem today. But first, I have to think of words and phrases that make me think of an old tree. So on my brainstorming page, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that. All right. On my brainstorming page, I've come up with some words here. I want to make them sound really interesting because I want people who pick up my poem to think, ooh, those are some cool words that describe an old tree. So the words that I thought of are strong, beautiful, fragrant, sturdy, oak, lush, bumpy, bark. Goes on with a couple more. And these words I'm going to use to outline the picture. And before I'm all done brainstorming, I'm going to think of a cool way of how I could do that. Then on the bottom it says, brainstorm some phrases. Phrases are really short, simple sentences, and you don't even need punctuation because they're not a complete sentence. So the phrases that I came up with say, swaying in the wind. Remember, they're all going to describe this old tree that I should be picturing in my mind as I'm brainstorming. And then I wrote down, outside my window, growing strong and sturdy, home to many animals, always there for me. Now, I did this work a little early to give me a head start, so you could see what to do, but I would, once I'm all done brainstorming my words and phrases, then I'm going to try to think, how do I want to arrange those words and phrases around my tree? Now, you can see the line is pretty thin, so I'm going to have to use my pen and write those words super teeny tiny so that the reader of my poem is going to be able to make out what the outline is. When they pick up this poem, they should go, oh yeah, that's definitely a tree. And not only should my words be teeny tiny, but they should also be spelled the best that I can spell them, and they should also be written very, very neatly. Because if a reader tries to pick up your poem and your words are really sloppy, they're going to lose the full effect, and we want them to pick up this poem and just think, wow, that was amazing. So I need to think right now, how am I going to arrange these words and phrases around the outline of this tree? So I take a second to think. Shouldn't take very long to make this plan. I think I'm going to put the words outlining the bark and the swirl in the tree. And I'm going to put the phrases outlining the leaves on the fluffy top of the tree. So then I would pause and I would take my time copying everything I brainstormed down and writing it super teeny tiny. And I'm going to fill up all around that outline until there isn't a spot left. I'm going to try to fit in words where they would fit too, and phrases where they would fit. So my final product comes out looking like this. You see how those teeny tiny, neatly written words form the tree? And I could take off the back picture to make the final copy. So my poem is called The Old Tree by Miss Baker. And all my words and phrases are put into this poem. Written very small, written very neatly, so anyone can pick it up and read it. The fun thing about this poem is, as you're reading it, you have to flip your paper around to read all the words. It's a very cool interactive poem. I hope you enjoy it just as much as I do. Best of luck, poets. Can't wait to see what you come up with. See you later.